Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
Cold opening on a figure departing a white stone archway. We see the de Mercy Villa and one Valen Fox skulking through the outskirts of Augustana's old town, staying out of sight, hood down, cowl up against the cold, persistent rain drumming down over the city. The moon's shrouded by gray-black storm clouds, but even the little bits that poked through seemed dim, hard to see any way you looked. You see him moving silently through otherwise pristine streets that grow dirtier and muddier the closer he gets to Fresh Harbor, where he knew that night the transaction would take place once again. For nearly 3 months now, the aquatic elf Anara and the Lord de Mercy, the father of Fox's paramour, had been in business. Halfling thralls exchanged for chests of gold and magical trinkets. Fox distanced himself from the negotiations and trafficking as often as it could. It made his blood boil and his chest tight to see the utter inhumanity, but he had to continue the guise if he was to shatter these illicit operations. For 9 months, he'd been working, playing the part of crony and suitor, but tonight he would bring it all to an end as an executioner's blade fell on de Mercy's unlawful arrangements. 20 or so minutes of trekking through town, Fox saw the small pier where he first laid eyes on Anara and her Sauhagan companions. He knew they would, as always, be waiting just under the waves. Fox's gloved hand reached back, touching the handle of his mighty halberd. He knew the weapon was there, but the touch was reassuring as he strode onto the damaged wooden planks of the quay. Sure enough, just as expected, 2 scaled fish-like heads emerged first from beneath the currents of the water before the figures climbed onto the land to greet him. Behind them, the lithe figure of Anara followed suit just a couple moments later. "It seems as though you've come empty-handed. Where are the halflings you promised us?" she asked curtly.
"My apologies, my lady. There's been a delay. You see, Lord de Mercy's captain, the large bovine companion you're used to seeing, has been waylaid. It seems a particularly heinous plot has been exposed, an attempt to take Aldo's very life. I've been sent instead to negotiate new terms."
Fox's nerves were fraying, but he muffled his internal voice of doubt. "New terms? I wasn't aware there were going to be new terms." Her face did nothing to hide the disdain of the latest developments. "If House de Mercy cannot hold up their end of the deal, then we'll take our business elsewhere." Anara positioned herself behind her 2 monstrous bodyguards as her statement hung in the air.
"There will be no need for that. I've brought you a gift to make up for our inability to meet this evening's quota."
And with that, Fox dipped forward into what should have been a light bow, but with the grace of a dancer in one single movement, whipped his halberd to bear, spear tip plunging towards the first of the Sauhagan bodyguards, the pointed blade stabbing straight through the baffled creature's chest, laying him low immediately and violently. Fox noticed a trident come flying through the air towards his neck just in time to disappear into a crackle of black flame and white smoke. Apparating now, behind the second bodyguard who'd foolishly launched the weapon, Fox brought the razor-sharp axe head down on the foe. The scaled creature whipped around, throwing its arms up reflexively to protect its head, but they did nothing to slow the downward momentum of the weapon as it sheared through its forearms and sunk right into its skull with a dull thud. Anara stood on the pier in shock. The speed in which her henchmen were dispatched was nearly unfathomable. Fox strode over, leveling his polearm at her throat.
"This ends today,"
he snarled at her. Even in her shocked state, Anara did not appear to be particularly afraid. "If you kill me, you'll simply unleash a torrent of destruction upon this town. My masters beneath the tides will not let you go unpunished, she defiantly smirked.
Ah, but they will.
Fox reached into his pocket and his cloak, produced a small medallion.
Here, put this on.
Anara caught the fine medallion, tossed to her by the blue-skinned tiefling. Her own skin, pale blue, grew even whiter, and she saw what it was. With the spear inches from her heart, she slipped the silver pendant onto her neck. As she completed the motion, Fox's halberd spike jumped forward, piercing Anara's sternum. Her gaze locked on his eyes in confusion as her consciousness began to fade away.
Your masters know all too well the wrath of the Eagle Knights. This will ensure they receive the message.
Crackling blue energy gathered at the tip of the spear, still lodged in Anara's body, sparks flying off the shaft of the halberd, culminating in one devastating electric blast, akin to a lightning bolt, sending the aquatic elf's now lifeless form back beneath the churning waters, settling on the sea floor with the sigil of the Eagle Knights hung on her neck, waiting to be discovered.
Ooh.
Phenomenal.
But wait.
There's more.
Post-credit scene.
Yeah. Post-credit scene before the opening credits.
Watson is swimming to the bottom of the ocean.
It's a post-pre-credits, pre-credit scene. Because now I want all of you to imagine a wagon. You know, not too different from the wagon maybe that all of you took to Litron just, God, was it not even a week ago?
Wow.
But it's a dark night. A stormy night, and there's no dwarf telling stories.
Not like Batman.
Yeah,
Not that
It's a dark night, but not.
no, it's
that
a dark N-I-G-H-T.
Oh, okay.
It's a dark night.
Knight's Wrath?
No, it's a dark evening. It's a dark time of day. Rain is falling on the rooftop of this carriage, and you can hear the pounding of hooves and the rolling of carriage wheels over cobblestones, and a deep voice, "Stop!" Aldous de Mercy shouts, waving his hand through the window of his fine carriage to urge his chauffeur to cease the vehicle's movement. The carriage begins to roll to a slow stop. The noise of the carriage and the horses dimming with it. De Mercy gives a silent sign for his captain and his Minotaur defender to investigate something ahead. The hulking black-furred head nods and exits the carriage, sees a sight most unexpected. In the cobblestone alley lay two forms right in the center of the road. Two emerald-scaled Sahagin corpses, recently past their expiration date, splayed out in plain sight in the middle of the road. The towering guardian looked around, inspecting the scene. No guards afoot, most of the citizenry holed up in their homes, avoiding the steady evening rain. Nobody to be seen in any direction. Lord de Mercy steps out of the carriage. What is it, Odysseus? The bull-headed humanoid dragging the Saugan corpses towards the human noble until he could clearly see them in the darkness. The man's silver brow furrows with concern. We've been discovered. His harsh whisper echoes off the stone buildings.
Indeed.
A voice comes
What?
from atop the carriage, stopping the men cold in their tracks. A silver-haired, powerfully built man sits perched atop the driver's seat of the carriage, while next to them, the driver slumps unconscious. Adorned in a cold gray chain, with a white mottled hood resting atop his head, and a finely crafted bastard sword sheathed on his back.
One moment, please.
The hulking figure says relatively politely, then deftly slicing the driving line from the horses, pulling the carriage, giving them a smack on the rump with the flat of the blade. The horse just instantly takes off. De Mercy smirks, but there's no amusement when he says, "May I ask your name, sir, before my friend and I kill you for meddling in our affairs?" The Minotaurs, already having pulled the massive battle axe to the ready.
Knowing my name is not going to stop me from doing what I am about to do to you and your men. But, in the interest of amusing a dying man,
The large shadow just leaps down from the carriage, pulls his hood back.
I am the one they call Knight's Wrath.
Yes.
Even in the darkness, his eyes burn red, clearly visible. He gives a slight smirk, revealing two razor-sharp fangs And it's in that moment, there's a balance of time that comes. For out of it, a burst of velocity and steel, Knight's Wrath is instantly upon the men, dashing between the foes, diving acrobatically to avoid a heavy pendulum axe swing from the massive bovine warrior, circling to the western building's exterior wall, placing the solid structure at his back. Knight's Wrath sets his feet, prepares for the two-pronged assault, which they quickly choose to follow up on the said promise of the battle. The pair closes quickly on the vigilante, the city streets becoming a symphony of metal on metal. Lord de Mercy and his bodyguards, skilled warriors as they are, strike as one, but they've not faced someone like this before. Knight's Wrath parries, moves in a way almost unnatural, his instincts predatory, his vision sharp as his terrifying blade. Wheeling around his assailants, he strikes blow after blow on Odysseus' thick hide, opening up bleeding wound after bleeding wound, all while making sure to keep the massive creature between himself and the long sword-wielding noble. The Minotaur grows more enraged at each attack, and they come with increasing force. If one were to make contact, it'd be ruinous. The blows that miss, striking into the building, sending bits of stone and wood scattering. But Knight's Wrath is able to stay one step ahead the entire time of the loping strikes of the bull-headed assailant. The Damphir jumps, avoiding a particularly zealous strike aimed at his midsection, and instead it hits the stone building. This time, instead of exploding it out, it's buried deep into the wall. It was the only opening Knight's Wrath needed. Launching a vicious strike at the side of the disarmed Minotaur's neck, landing true, a torrent of blood erupts, soiling the cobblestones beneath their feet. The massive form slumps down to one knee, bereft completely of the strength to continue. Seeing it unfold, Lord de Mercy made the soundest tactical choice he has left and begins immediately to run. Sprints away from the scene back in the direction of his villa. He's thinking if he could only get there and those walls, he has a retinue of guards at his disposal that would keep him safe. He makes progress in the cause the cold rain pelts his face, only a few more blocks to his freedom, to his safety. Mere moments after that relief greeted him, it's replaced by wholesale dread as Knight's Wrath pounces from the rooftops, landing on him, grappling the corrupt lord.
Was it worth it, Aldous de Mercy? Was it worth it losing it all? Your legacy will be but an inkblot in the histories of heroes and saints.
Knight's Wrath whispered. Message enters his ear as he struggles to break free of the vice-like grip of the Damphir. De Mercy's eye starts back and forth as blood splurts from his mouth, struggling to break free of Knight's Wrath. His eyes begin to close until suddenly the vigilante rips the side of his neck completely open, dropping him to the ground. The nobleman's eyes roll into the back of his head, and he grasps his own neck, trying to stop the bleeding until the last bit of life drains away. The smell of iron and death fills the area as de Mercy and his men lay dead in the streets, Knight's Wrath nowhere to be seen.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Is there more?
There's no more.
Part
Damn it.
3. Not yet.
But wait, there is more.
Oh no.
Now we see Drosharis standing in front of Watson in a crypt chamber.
Hello.
Hundreds of feet beneath the city of Litron. And in front of his eyes play out visions. Visions of the most horrible disaster and apocalypse he could imagine.
Oh yeah. I forgot
God, I
about
forgot.
this.
Because you have a failure, not a critical failure, it's just a failure. I mean, how bad could it really be?
I would also, for the record, love to see the spin-off show of Fox being a spy.
Yeah. Me too.
I feel like there's like a Man from U.N.C.L.E. joke about there of like the tiefling from Eagle Knights or something. All right. So I'm curious, Jason, what do you think the vision of apocalyptic destruction is that Drosharis sees?
This plan probably succeeding. Even though we haven't fought the worm, we've seen it. We've fought all different kinds of darkness and felt negative damage and all kinds of fear and just all the stuff that we've been through. And maybe he starts to think that we're going to fail. We're here to fail. We're all going to die. The worm's going to take over Galarian.
Okay. So I think you see that all playing out, this illusion playing out, and it just does so much to your mental state that you're going to take 17d6 of mental damage.
Holy smokes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I'm just Googling dice roller.
That's never a good sign.
I got to figure out how to... Okay, here we go. Virtual dice roller on calculator.net. Sides on the dice, 6. Number of dice, did I say 17?
Mm-hmm.
17.
Yeah, 17 D6.
Lots of ones.
I could die.
Lots
What?
of ones.
Oh, I don't think this is going to give me the total.
Here, do you want to use
it
mine?
does.
No, here we go. So it does 64 points of damage.
I'm not dead.
Yeah.
You're not dead? Nice. All right. So you see it play out. You see it hit. It hurts in every possible way, but you're still standing.
And if I remember that, I think it's a spell, but whatever it is, like that's it? Does it have anything else that lingers after that?
If you critically fail, some shit happens,
Okay.
but otherwise you're good. You take damage. So, boom. We're back in the fight. 2 actions to cast that spell. Got 1 action left. So I feel like it's probably time for me to just strike at Fox. Fox is right there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, Fox, you are also neutral, aren't you?
I am lawful neutral.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get my evil damage on you either.
Yay.
But you know what? We got this creature. We got one of my spells cast. So let's pop off with one of these, a bite. So I won't have a grab built into this, but I can do some more damage.
Great.
So let's go with the jaws. Oh,
Critical hit.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
that's a
Gross.
natural 20. So that's going to be the
Damn.
critical hit deck.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think we're fine here. Tell you what, Jared, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
2.
2. All right, 2 cards off the top. Piercing damage. This could have been a whole lot worse.
Great.
Blowback. The target is knocked prone.
Okay.
So you'll take critical damage and then you'll be knocked prone. But that's it. That's all that's going to happen.
That's good.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. All right. Doing some terrible math. Looking at the teeny numbers. That's a low roll. So we're okay there. Yeah, that's actually not going to be horrible. That's going to come out to 66 points of damage on a
Not
crit,
great,
and you're knocked
but
prone.
Not terrible.
Yeah, it would have been, once again, even more if you were good. All I
Yeah.
need is for you to be good so I can do evil damage to you.
Fair.
All right, that's its entire turn. It is now Val with 5 exclamation marks on my combat tracker. Val!
She's very excited to be here.
Yeah.
Frick, I can't remember if I was reloaded or not at the end of the last one. I kind of don't think so. So Val is just going to reload.
I think you are, because I think you shot twice and you missed the second one, so yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So Val's going to reload and she's going to take the free stratagem and free recall knowledge.
And what's your religion bonus again?
25.
25? Okay. What would you like to know this time?
How many hit points does it have?
I cannot give you specifics, but I
Damn
can
it.
tell you that you are almost at half damage on the thing.
Okay.
I think the thing's about halfway through. Looking at it, you think, yeah, it's pretty severely beaten up.
Okay, so she's gonna yell like, "Keep at it! We're almost halfway through." And
we're halfway there. Ow! Killing it with prayers.
Nice.
Thanks.
cool. So the stratagem roll sucks, so she's not gonna use that. Instead, she's going to enact her heroic presence.
Oh.
Which means
You know what, Jane? Tell us what it means.
all right, I would be glad to as soon as my hero lab loads.
There's a lab for
There's an
that.
app for that. Okay, so the blood of heroes courses through your veins and you inspire your allies to dig deep and find a new level of resolve. Oh, fuck. This can only affect Fox for right now so I'm actually going to move to
You're gonna move west.
the west so that I am within, keep going, there.
So you're sort of like between everyone.
Yeah. So now it'll affect everybody, and I can grant up to 10 willing creatures zealous conviction, which will you have to follow my commands, and it will
Yes,
give you
master.
all you'll all receive 12 temporary hit points.
Oh, that's
Great.
nice.
And a +2 bonus to will saves
Oh.
against mental effects as your faith overrides the signals from your own bodies and minds.
A plus what?
+2 to will save. So if it tries to do the fear thing again, we're all a little bit buffed against that.
Well, and like
Perfect.
that spell was a will save against emotion and fear, and
Yeah.
What's
If
the
you
name of the
choose,
spell?
it's called Heroic Presence. If you choose to accept this and be the willing creature, it does say that you have to like follow the command I give you. But if it's something that you would normally find like antithetical to yourself, you would get a save to not do it. But she'll basically just say like, keep fighting.
So basically, are you telling
Easy
everyone
enough.
else to leave it all in the field?
Yes. Actually, just kidding. Since our level up, it's now 18 temporary hit points.
Oh, snap.
nice.
So
Dro's like, that's the fucking spirit.
yeah. And I think she's reloaded because she didn't take the shot. And so I think that,
You could aid.
I think that Val is going to aid.
Yeah, who are you going to aid? And with what skill?
Yeah. I think that Val is going to aid Fox because he's up there. And she's going to use her perception
Yeah, sure.
to be like, like, look over there. It's weak right there.
Religion would also work for that since you
Okay.
kind of know more about the creature. But
Can I
perception's
use
sort of-
perception?
You can. The DC will be higher because it's not as apt of a fit.
Okay, then I'll do religion.
Okay. All right. So before Fox makes an attack, holler, and we'll do the roll for that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, Watson, it's your turn.
Watson's going to fly over next to Drasharis,
So flies to the east.
and he will cast Regenerate.
Oh, shit.
So you have Regeneration 15. At the start of each of your turns, you will heal 15 hit points.
Nice.
Dope.
That lasts for a minute.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
You said
And-
how many? 15? Okay.
Yep. And that is his turn.
All right, Drosharis, it's now your turn.
Let me get them 15s.
Yep, grab those 15 hit points. Fox, you're on deck.
Okay.
Three-faced regent lurking in the center of the room, striking out at all of you. Down in the basement, the Grey Gardener's Monastery. This fiend of fear, guarding the double gates to where the Conqueror Worm itself lies beneath the city, ready and trying to enact its plan, whatever that might be. What do
Wow.
you got, Jason?
That was good.
Thanks.
All right, so Drosharis is going to roll up here.
Just stride up. Okay. And yep, so you stride up. I think that's gonna provoke an AOO.
Okay.
Unless you want to like get close and then step and spend all your actions on stepping instead.
Sure don't.
Okay. You sure?
I don't want to just walk up and stand there and be like, hit me.
Oh, good fucking roll. Okay, so that's going to be 54 to hit.
Yikes.
That's a crit.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. You're not afraid though, so
Nope.
this is just going to be one hit. And I am going to go for the claw so I can try to grab you afterwards. Just because I like that a lot. So let me grab my D8s. I need more D8s. I think I might finally need an additional dice set for high level. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Well, Jason, I think you might still live. So you're going to take 29 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's it.
That's not
I
bad.
expected more than that.
Yeah, I rolled 2 1s and a 2 and a
Your
7.
shit is weak,
Really?
monster.
Monster.
And it does improve grab free action grab you.
Okay.
So you are now grabbed. All right, Drosharis, you got some actions left though. What's it going to be?
Use determination to get its grab off of me.
Okay. Foomp.
So I'm
Shrug
no longer
grab.
grabbed, and then I'll swing at it.
All right. Big swing, big swing.
I crit on a 19 and rolled an 18. I was so excited.
Ah.
All right, so
I still hit though.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it a crit? What's the total?
Oh, wait. I forgot I'm a fighter for a second.
Yeah.
I have plus 75 to hit.
How's a 52?
Not a crit.
It's got to be close though.
It is. This is a brutal enemy.
Only I was
yeah.
flanking.
Would not have made it a crit.
Oh, really?
Just off by that
Dang.
much. So
That'll be 18.
only 18
Plus
points.
13 is
Okay.
31.
That seems low,
Oh,
Jason.
no. I'm adding out loud, so it's
Terrible
I can
math.
It's easier for me if I say
Oh,
it
okay.
out loud.
So
yeah,
31.
31 whole points.
That actually does make my math a lot easier. So you just slam this executioner's blade into it, the fire licking, roasting the sort of like preserved, decaying flesh
Ew.
of the three faces as they all snarl at you. You will pay for what you've done. All right, Fox, it's your turn.
And Val is going to be like, Fox, hit him.
Okay. I'll do that.
Do it.
I don't want
So how do I roll an aid? I haven't done this in so long.
Well, first, Fox, are you going to attack right away or move to get in flanking? What are you
I
going to do?
am going to move first.
All right. So you don't aid yet, but when it comes time,
Can't
you'll
I
roll a
aid
religion
his
check.
move?
You can, but there's
Just
no
be
check.
like, be careful.
So you're just going to fly around to get in flanking?
Yes.
Yeah. So you fly to the south, circling with your wings. Drosharis on one side, you with your polearm. A different polearm than in the flashback now. You're using this one you
Yeah,
found here in the
true.
basement.
True.
All right.
Yeah, both of us
Um,
have different weapons from the
mhm.
flashback.
I'm going to arcane strike.
Yes!
Nice.
Mhm.
I'm such a
why
fan.
did I call it? Is that what it's called? Arcane
Spell strike.
Spell strike. Yeah, I don't know why I called it arcane strike.
He's going to crit. Everybody, I believe it.
I'm just gonna do Ray of Frost for now.
We got a call coming in.
Hi, this is,
Is it
Ray of
from-
Frost.
Ray from Frost. Okay.
From now on out, the spell shall permanently be called Ray from Frost. All right,
Ray
Jane.
from Frost.
So here's the deal. You're going to roll a religion check because
Okay.
it's on your DC here is going to be 20.
Okay.
And if you crit, good things happen.
Okay. 33.
33, that's a crit. What is your training in religion?
Master.
Okay, so because you are a
Master.
master, you are, and you crit, you're able to feed Fox the right information on how to strike, when to strike, the weak spots here about this fiend. You're going to get a +3 on this attack.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're flanking, so its AC is reduced by 2.
All right.
We got a lot of fun shit going on here. Come on.
That is
Big roll. +3.
a
I've got a -2.
terrible math. 50.
Oh, I was about to slam down the terrible math button.
50, and then you're at a -2.
Yeah, but that is not a crit.
Damn it.
It's
Ugh.
very close. I don't know. What'd you roll on the die?
15.
Oh, yeah. This is hard to hit.
Yeah.
Take that hit.
When
All right.
I rolled a 44 at the start of this and it didn't
on.
hit, I was like, oh,
My
God.
terrible math might have been terrible.
God almighty, that's some terrible math.
I have a +35.
Okay.
No, it was right. +15. Okay.
+35.
15 plus
15.
35.
And that
Yeah.
becomes a 50.
And you have a +3.
Yeah, but then you have a +3 on
That
top.
was the
Oh, that was
+3.
with the +3.
Oh, with the
Ah,
+3.
okay.
I was hoping that my math was more terrible than it actually is, unfortunately.
Well, you still solidly hit, which, like, because it's a spell, it means you're both going to get your polearm damage and your spell damage on one die roll. So,
Forgot to add that +3 whenever I attacked. The one from you, right? Or no, that was from a distraction. What
Yeah.
did you give us?
I gave you a +2 to will saves
Will
and
saves.
18 temporary hit
18
points. So
temporary,
if you get
okay.
hit, don't you take those first?
yep,
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
hit points get hit first. All right, Jared's over there kindly working through damage on polearms,
Sorry,
and our caller, long-time listener, long-time caller, Ray of Frost.
Miss that guy.
Yeah.
So 32 damage from the pole arm.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to need
Okay.
a second for the other one. Sorry.
Up on deck next is me. You all feel like you have this in hand?
Yep. It's already over.
Doing
As
okay.
long as he kills him in a second.
Yeah, just as long as Jared kills him with this one hit.
Yeah,
Do you
that
just
should-
like your
should be
usual
plenty.
112 points of damage or whatever?
45.
Gee, from Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so much damage.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks,
Uh,
Ray.
You're the best, Ray.
Okay, so
You're
I'm having
welcome.
to do math here. So that's 2.
Go Vikings.
I've said this. I've said this so many times, and I'll never stop saying it. That every time we make this joke, I just imagine that it's a spell that summons a guy in a sweater that just punches the enemy.
Yeah.
polearm
You did
strikes.
great.
Yeah.
Ray, I think Ray's had a long day, so the portal opens and it's just Ray's sweatered arm comes out to punch three-faced in one of his three faces. Oh, the guy's not looking good. So that's 2 actions, right?
Yes.
So you've got,
And a move. And I've got one more attack.
yeah, might
Do
as
I
well
take
throw
it
it on
at the
there.
third?
No,
Okay.
I think you just take it at the
I
one
think
because
I do
Spell
just
Strike
take it at the
combines
second.
for a single shared attack and you use the same roll for
I'll
both.
have to roll high, but let's try.
Can we hire an
Didn't roll
artist
high.
to do fan art of Ray from Frost?
Yes.
We'll see if it's in the budget. All right, that's your turn, Fox. It's now Three-Faced's turn. He's not loving this situation, so I think it's time for him to cast a spell. You know what? It worked on you before, Jason, so we're going to do it on you again. He is going to cast a spell, which will provoke an attack of opportunity, but you two have been missing a lot, so let's see.
Oh,
This motherfucker.
that's some smack.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, we're talking shit now. Quiet. Jason, what do you got for the hit?
49.
That is a hit.
46.
Yes.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Nice.
But neither is a
Yes.
crit, so the spell's still going to go off.
If he's alive.
All right, dice are rolling.
That's poopy.
I appreciate how much like some of our episodes get quite explicit, but we'll just as quickly drop like, oh man, that's poopy.
35.
All right, shit.
That's not that bad.
And 49.
It's crap.
I rolled 10, 10, 9, 9. This random dice roll
Let's
is killing
go.
it.
10, 10, 9,
Okay.
9.
I gotta do
49.
some math first. So first 35 points of damage. That's gonna be easy. And then how much did you do?
49.
Oh fuck.
Two
Okay.
away
Nice.
from max.
Yep. I don't love that.
It's the toll for casting a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Well, you just check
Was it worth it?
math real quick.
Hey, call
Was it worth
back.
it, you piece of shit?
He's
So-
like, I was just brought here.
I don't even know where this is.
Man, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. All right, so it's gonna go off. He can target. He's gonna target all of you.
Everyone?
Yep, can target up to 5 creatures within 30 feet. So actually, it's just Dro and Fox. Give me will saves.
You have a +2.
Plus
Plus
2,
two.
right?
This is against a fear effect, and a mental effect, and an emotional
Ooh, I
effect.
rolled good. I rolled good. I rolled good.
Oh, Jason is
I
fist
rolled
pumping.
well. Let's see.
Excellent. You have an extra +2, right?
Yeah,
Will
Yeah.
saves?
Jane's
Yeah, yep.
ability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
46.
That's a success, and you have resolve,
I
right?
do.
So that becomes a crit success. Jason,
That's exactly what I got. I rolled an 18 and got a 26.
you mean
so
46?
46.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just telling you what the math was.
Oh,
It's good.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a success.
Mm-hmm.
You would become frightened 1, but because of bravery,
Mm-hmm.
you are not frightened.
Mm-hmm.
The creature just kind of casts fear at both of you. You
We're not
strike
afraid of
into
you.
it.
I told you your shit was weak.
It hisses out of
As
one
I
of
have
its
61
mouths.
hit points total left.
You have not seen the last of us, and blinks
No.
out of existence.
Coward!
Boom.
What a little
Come
asshole.
back here, you bitch!
Yes.
Watson.
That's very more of that.
Dirty
Sorry.
mouth.
Sorry, he was doing evil damage. It was very bad.
Val, it's your turn.
Did you kiss your dwarf mother with that mouth?
He's naughty.
Okay. I feel like he's going to come back with 1,000 sackels, but I would like to roll the knowledge on whether or not it's coming back or if it just fled like some of the others have fled.
I mean, maybe we could call that like a sense motive?
Yeah.
What's your perception bonus?
27.
Okay. So that is you're unsure. It's so alien.
I knew it. I knew
There's
you'd
a-
be
Could have
sure.
seen that coming.
Tracks that go every way, every direction.
Every which way.
I think, man.
Yeah.
So-
She's already reloaded, so I think she's just going to ready an action that
Hmm.
as soon as something blips back in here, she's going to shoot it.
Okay. Watson.
Watson will attempt to seek. I guess he doesn't really know if it.
Sure. If it's invisible, maybe.
Yeah.
So you can do seek in a couple of things. You can do seek in like a PB AoE, like a circle around you, or you can do it in a cone that's farther. Which do you want to do?
I'll do the cone.
Which direction? Where do you want to point it vaguely in the room? Just sort of narratively.
Probably just to the northeast.
Okay, so like sort of in you were all either sort of in the west or southern portion of the room, so sort of basically in the big open area
Yeah, big
near the
open
double
space.
doors that you think lead down to the worm, probably.
Right.
This is a secret check.
Oh.
What's your oh, I have your perception bonus over here, Watson. Okay. You don't see or hear it.
Okay.
That's one
I-
action. You can seek again if you want.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, someone should go to the
That's
ethereal
what I was going to
plane.
say. I think you should go to the ethereal plane.
I will 2-action heal Drosharis.
Okay. Nice. Go ahead and take care of that.
Yeah.
As we transition over here to Drosharis. Drosharis, at the beginning of your turn, you're going to heal 15 hit points or 18 or whatever from regeneration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you doing on your turn?
And an additional 16.
All right. Are you running? I just saw you move your miniature, Jason. So are you running back to like the northwest corner of the
I'm
room?
making sure I'm standing in the sunlight, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. You'll run back over there.
Val's gonna be like, Fox, find him in the ethereal plane.
Drosharis, you doing anything else on your turn?
I am looking around. I don't think so. I'll just wait. I'm ready for if he pops back in the room.
Got it. All right, Fox, what are you doing?
I mean, presumably I can dimension door, but I don't know. Would I see him in the ethereal plane if I went to the ethereal plane, like dimension door?
If he's in the space,
If he's in
right?
the same space, because didn't you say it's like layered on top of?
Yeah, but dimension door is like teleportation.
Right.
It isn't like stepping into the ethereal plane. It uses
It's not like ethereal jaunt or whatever.
correct.
Okay.
You'd have to use ethereal jaunt to get to the ethereal plane or plane shift.
Plane shift, yeah.
Just casually, plane shift in the middle of combat.
And you can only ready a 1-action
Correct.
thing.
Yep.
Okay, I will I will recharge my spell strike.
Cool.
I will seek also.
Okay. You doing around you or are you doing a cone in a certain direction?
I'll
This is a secret check as well.
I'll do down this direction towards the door.
Same thing, sort of the same area.
Is that where you did it?
Yeah, Watson looked in that area.
Okay.
Watson may have just failed. Maybe I rolled a
Yeah,
natural one.
let me go up north or up
West?
then.
Oh, over near sort of the room with the weird voices?
Yeah.
All right, so you'll
My
seek in that area. You look over there and you hear the voices, the odd voices. Honestly, top tier work there, Jason. But you don't see or hear any sign of Three-Face there.
All right, then I'm going to seek down the same area that Watson did.
All right, same thing. Ooh, you don't hear or see anything.
Oh my god!
All right. That's my whole turn.
All right.
But can't you talk to him once a day in your head?
He can talk to me, I think.
Yeah,
Be like, where the fuck did
He
you
wants
go?
to scare me
for a year.
for a year.
So
insane.
terrible. That is honestly such a nightmare.
All right.
That's some
Guess we know
Delta
what
Green shit right
My
there.
epilogue
Yep.
will be.
Yeah. Just at the grocery store. Ah!
Now
It'll
it does
be a
have
mission
to.
to go murder this thing on
Yeah.
a
It
does
different
have-
plane.
It does have to be on the same plane as you to use that ability, though.
Okay, that's good to know.
All right. It's turn. Some stuff happens. All right. Val, it's your turn.
Val.
Should we go home?
Yeah. It's like, all right, I
right.
think we're done.
That was fun.
So I assume we're staying in like our initiative rounds.
It's up to you. You can choose. Like, are you staying ready for combat or?
Yeah, she's just gonna stay ready because we've seen these things pop in and out so much. But I
Sure.
do think that it's probably coming back with reinforcements.
How long are you staying readied for?
Well, at least a couple minutes, 2 minutes.
I'd say 2 rounds.
2 rounds?
Sure.
It's only 12 seconds.
Yeah, but if he's going to come back, he's going to come back. Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna say at least a minute.
okay.
Okay. So a minute goes by. The regeneration spell ends. Your heroic inspiration is over.
No.
Is that? I thought that lasts
After
for
a minute, yeah.
So let's take the healing for a minute of
Yeah.
regeneration.
Oh, yeah. So that's 1 minute's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
So an extra
150.
8. I think you got it for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So just you can figure that math out. All right. Time goes by. A minute passes. All of you tensely waiting.
This lasts for 10 minutes, I'll
Oh,
have you
shit.
know.
So your
Oh.
heroic inspiration lasts. The regeneration's only a minute. A minute goes by. Nothing else emerges. A minute's gone by and you're just standing there waiting in this eerie room.
Oh, where do you think it went?
Hopefully back from where it came.
Why didn't it do that before?
Yes,
Can't-
that it has to be like around somewhere, right?
I think it can't go back to where it is from before. I think it's hiding somewhere. It was tethered here by the worm.
You don't know that it was intrinsically tethered. You know that it essentially had been hired.
Can you detect magic in this room?
Oh yes. Well, there is this very big obelisk thing that is far and away the strongest source, so I don't think I could really
You can
find...
choose to rule that out and look for other magic.
Okay.
You rule that out. The other magic's in the room with the whispering, which we've talked about before. You cast it again. You rule that out. And I think there is some other stuff in this room.
Ooh.
Let me just go down here to a little section labeled treasure.
4 more sack hills in the corner.
Yeah. They're interestingly each individually named 5-faced regents.
Great.
No other magic.
I am very scared that this thing is going to reappear when we're fighting the worm.
Right? All healed up and stuff.
Drashars, give me a high five.
Drashara studies your elbow because that's the best way to get a crisp high five and pow!
Studies your elbow.
Yeah, if you watch someone's elbow, it's the best way to know
Aim
high
for the
five.
elbow when you high
just,
five.
just study.
Just
what's
study.
the
He's
funny-
like,
He's
it's pointy.
He's like, give me a high five, and Drasharis is like, elbow, about 1 foot. Okay, I got this.
Heal an additional 31.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I'll heal myself too. With some medicine.
Jared, I literally told you at lunch.
I know. I didn't think it would happen. And on the second turn,
What?
I feel
I have dimensional anchor.
and I was like, you can do the thing that prevents them from blipping out, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you got to do that thing.
I should
And
have done the thing, but then you incentivized me to attack
that's
it.
true. I did give you the aid.
So it's your
true.
fault.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
Val's
How does
fault.
everything become my fault here?
You're the evil character.
Yep.
That's true.
Doesn't deny it. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
It's fair.
So what do you do?
Yeah. What should we do?
What kind of treasure is around this room?
Can I
I
sneak?
heard the GM mumble there was a treasure
Oh,
section.
yes.
Can we throw
yeah.
the Drosharis, can we throw that vial of sunlight into this creepy alcove and see what the hell is going on in there?
I mean, the light carries into it. You can just see the alcove if you want.
Is there anything in there?
A
Or like,
room.
can we see what's in there without going in and getting
Yeah,
attacked
look,
by all the
I mean,
bad spirits?
There's like a 15-foot opening to that room that you can easily
The
see
whisper
into.
room?
Yeah, I just want to look in there and see, but I'm not going in.
You can pick it up and take it wherever you want.
Yeah, it's a rounded walls of a small alcove cause sounds to bounce strangely, almost like creating like a surcease of whispers. And it seems to be like mostly a natural chamber near this pillar. And as you study it more, Val, you're able to kind of pick out basically with your that's odd that essentially this it seems like the walls here between our plane and the ethereal plane are a little thinner in that room.
Oh yeah.
And so that it would
Yeah,
most likely make it easier for like planner calling or planner binding rituals.
Oh, also, for the record,
Sure.
I have something I would like to do, which is
Okay.
you reminded me, thank you, by saying that's odd. But my ability sense the unseen, I can automatically sense any creatures that are hidden
Mm-hmm.
and automatically detect them. Any undetected creatures. Do I detect any creatures?
No.
Drasharis picks up the sunlight thing and says, if we throw this, it turns into a bomb.
That's so cool.
That's really neat.
Is there anything we should throw it at?
Val.
Oh my God.
I'll throw it at
I
this
was
room.
like, try it.
Well, don't throw it at the obelisk. It might
No.
harm you somehow.
The whisper room.
Oh, yes.
So Joe backs up
Mhm.
20 feet and chucks it in there.
I thought you said Joe for a second. Joe's Joe.
Joe's my
Ray from Frost wasn't available, so he sent his brother Joe.
Joe.
Joe of Frost.
Joe of sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe of
So
Sunlight.
explodes
He's
in
from
there,
Florida.
burns out. Room seems otherwise a natural room.
That was
Cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Neat.
Well, all right. Do we just move
that.
on? This obelisk is making me uncomfortable.
Nothing if we go in. I'll go in there. There's
Yeah.
nothing in there.
No, the sound is weird, and like I said, once you kind of understand, like, the walls, it's thinner here between the material plane and the ethereal plane.
What do you think the other priests are?
I think they're
Probably further in.
Yeah.
we found a secret door, right? Trapdoor.
Yes. So on the eastern wall is the double doors that probably, I think he may have even mentioned, like leads down to the worm, basically.
Yeah.
There's the door you came in the west, and you know somewhere to the north of you is where the other door from the trap room leads. In the northeast corner of the room just north of the double doors to the worm, there's a secret door that you found.
Let's check that out.
Can I have a pen?
Yep. There's a red pen. Go ahead and mark it. Matter of fact, Jane, would you like to know exactly where to put that secret door?
Yes.
All right.
Secret tunnel.
So the secret door is in the, not the square at the very top of the northeast, but one down. So not there, one more down. That wall has a secret door in it. Yeah. Just cool secret door stuff.
And
It's an archway.
is there magic emanating from
Nope,
that
that
mechanical
area?
secret door.
It's hobbits live here.
Now, I think you did say
What's
that there was magic stuff that we were getting some Johns of.
That was from the pillar when you got closer and the summoning room when you were
that's
farther
it.
away.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Worm World. That sounds scary.
That sounds like a cool amusement park.
Yep. Worm World.
Worm
We got
World
worms.
party time.
You know that? No one knows that. We got worms.
No,
No.
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Their worm farm.
That's right. I did forget about that.
It's probably where the conqueror worm came from
Yeah,
originally.
from Dumb and Dumber's worm farm.
Yeah.
Harry and Lloyd.
Check out that secret door, Val.
Yeah, Val's going to go over and check out the secret door. I'm so unhappy that this thing got away.
Me too.
Yeah, actually, do you want to hand me that giant pawn so I can just let it sit menacingly behind my GM screen?
Is the room? The
So-
ceilings?
This room is notably taller than everywhere else. So far, the other ceilings have been about 12 feet high.
I'm seeking up
Sure, you look around for a bit.
just to make sure.
It's a good call.
You find basically like a lot of signs of the age of this room and this building, and some like areas where smoke looks like fires have been burnt in here, candles over the years, but you don't find anything else. And yeah,
Roger.
in this room, the height is, oh God, where is it? Oh, I jumped a whole chapter early. Here we go. So features of the crypt. In this particular room, it is 30 feet high.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Oh, no, sorry, 20 feet high in this room.
Okay, so not too high. All right.
No, but enough for you to fly around.
I'll
All right.
fly around.
We.
Feel around.
I'll fly
Yeah.
with you.
Make sure there's no invisible giant creature hanging on the ceiling.
Okay. No, you don't find anything up there.
Great.
So Val, talk to me about how you're checking out this secret door.
Yeah, I want to listen at it, see if I hear anything, and also just kind of like check it out for traps.
Sure, you don't find any signs of traps on it or hear anything. It's sort of like a stone, basically, that you can sort of feel like you can press on it, and it'll then sort of like help you open up a passageway.
Okay, I press on the stone.
There's
And the
treasure in this
door.
room.
Oh yeah, do you want the
All
treasure
right.
in this
Yeah,
room?
I want to get the treasure before she kicks the door open,
So
Okay.
there's not a whole lot.
like SWAT team.
In a corner of the room, there's a chest. The chest is mostly empty, but you find a box of relatively rare incense. And you can tell that a lot of it's gone. You'd guess used up at attempts to access the pillar. What's left is still probably worth about 1,200 gold.
Does it say where in the room that is?
Just in the
Okay.
in the like southeast corner of the room is a chest. That,
I should know if it was like next to the secret door.
No.
Okay.
It's a good question though, but no. So you find the chest. You got some nice incense
Oh, that
that you
smells
could
lovely.
sell because there's
Somebody
lots
want
of
to
good
take the
stuff.
1,200 gold in case we have to buy something with it later.
I can throw it on. I'll keep this on me.
So Jane, it opens and you find a 5-foot wide hallway behind the secret door. It goes 5 feet, 10 feet, and then turns left to the north. And you can't see around the corner.
Okay. So she's going to be like, I found a secret passage behind the secret door. I guess we should just go into it because that seems like what you should do when you're in a thousands-year-old tomb.
That's so cool. Can I go
Secret
first?
Yes, please do.
Now,
Sweet.
notably, there
Have
is
fun.
light in this hallway.
Oh.
There are torches burning.
Detect magic.
Are the shadows doing weird shit?
Actually, ever since Three-Face disappeared, the shadows are no longer behaving weirdly.
You only said that because I told you my backup's a shadow character, didn't you?
Can we take 10 to heal up real quick?
Oh, yes, of course.
All right.
I did heal myself.
Is there
so
anyone-
I'm just 5 short of.
I need
full.
65.
I need 0. Val got no damage in that one.
Nice.
Honestly, I think I can still today
I can medicine myself too if it
battle
matters.
medicine you.
Well, no,
We can
you're out of
treat
battle. You can
wounds.
just treat wounds.
Yeah, just treat wounds till
All
it's
right.
full.
Oh, yeah, true.
So you know what?
Or I can also treat wounds on you too. So
Pause.
I can't get all that though.
Touch my wounds.
Ew.
So Trent takes 20 minutes and everyone's fully healed up.
Yes.
Yep.
I
All right.
did roll a 1 and hurt Trishars a little bit. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to.
Well, technically, you were ward medicing, so you would have hurt both Trisharis and
Oh,
Fox.
right.
And
Sorry
then
He
about that.
slipped and stabbed you both with a scalpel.
Wow.
My eyes aren't so good down here.
That takes some skill.
You have greater dark vision.
Don't tell them that.
Oh yeah. It's like through magic.
So who's going to be running point going into this?
Well, I'm
want
gonna let you cast
I
detect
want
magic.
to see if there's any magic up ahead here.
And that's what's the range in detect magic?
30 feet in front of me.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nope. You don't detect anything.
I'm gonna
We
go
can go at least 30 feet safely.
to the L
Yes.
and try to look around the corner.
So you get to it and you look left, which is to say north. And you see the hallway goes up about almost 30 feet before it turns to the left. So it sort of is basically, you're in the room where you fought Three-Faced Regent. Northeast corner, there's a tunnel that sort of kicks out to the right, goes up north, kicks back into the left. So it goes in the direction of what you suspect would be probably the fourth wing, the other direction that came off of the trap room.
So I come to another corner. Can I look around that?
5 feet, and then the inside of a secret door, clearly marked from this side.
Okay. Rosharis walks back to the other corner, sticks his head around, and is like,
Okay, I want to detect
I'm sorry.
magic but as we get
Drasharis
up
does
there.
what?
gives him the old whack. It'll be like a tactical SEAL team. Like he does the circle in the air with his finger and then move forward.
I don't know what that means.
Just come up here.
Oh, okay.
Try to be quiet.
Stealth.
Clank, clank.
As we follow him through, I want to detect magic sort of around that door.
So you get closer. You are going to detect magic. Now it's only the most you get to pick. You get the most powerful. Its location and the school, right?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. What about in here? Okay. Well, it could be that thing. I don't know. Maybe is it this? No.
Hey now.
Hey, listeners, does your GM does this to you? Like what happens?
We're all so
Rude.
annoyed right now. Everybody's just staring at each other
Just
like,
fucking tell us, James.
Okay. You detect. Okay. So from this door,
I
basically
sneak around and look with my left eye around the corner.
directly to the northwest. So you're going up, you're going north, it cuts back west, and then go straight northwest 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, about 35, 40 feet. So right at the edge, right about 30 feet.
Yeah.
You are picking up in a 5-foot square that I can denote later for you, a level 17 enchantment aura.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
There is some rather high, very high magic in here, in some sort of enchantment.
Does it match the schools of magic from the priest before?
I don't think so, actually. That was divination, I believe.
Because he had a book on him,
Yeah.
and you detected the book he was carrying.
So no, it's some different kind.
I wonder if this is the ritual that Drashar's caught a glimpse of. The prophets that are doing some sort of thing over a brazier and some fire.
I wonder if they could see
Enchantment?
me as well.
If they knew that you were looking. I wonder if it's like the thing like Watson talking about the entity in his head where it's like he can sometimes feel it looking out from his eyes. Ew.
Yeah, that's gross.
Watson, I
Private eyes.
will refer to your guidance, your advice.
Okay.
Should I go
And
in?
he'll just open the door.
All right. Hello, Watson, it is.
It opens up into a relatively small room, 15 feet by 15 feet. What's most notable about the room is you can see scrapes on the floor. There's a single door to the north, and you can see where it looks like something large and heavy was dragged out of this room through a door.
Dragged?
Dragged.
I hate that.
This is so creepy.
What?
Mhm.
Okay.
Can Val reconstruct the scene beyond that, or is that pretty much
yeah.
what there is? Okay.
So in
Val
this room,
does
you
that.
look around and you kind of notice a few telltale things. Something large, something heavy was drug out of here, but the shape reminds you of something else you've seen quite a few of in this basement. It looks like a sarcophagus was dragged out of this room. And you also do realize this is a 15 by 15 foot room. This is the same size of all the other sarcophagus rooms you've seen so far in these crypts.
It was a sarcophagus.
I look around. Can I look around the room and see if there's similar doors to the other rooms with the sarcophagus, the 15
Yep.
rooms?
You are in one of the sarcophagus rooms,
Okay.
the smaller ones, and there is sure enough a door to the north.
So that would lead us back into the room where we entered all the sarcophagus rooms, ostensibly.
No,
We
this
think
is
goes to the
this is
new
different.
scary area.
Oh, this is like
Yeah.
the new area.
Yeah, and you can see
way.
it probably
Yikes.
has sarcophagus rooms on it like the others.
But why would they take one out?
Okay,
They need
before
a new kitchenette.
we
Yeah.
go any further here, let me search through my things. Doobity bobbity. What all do I have? Yes. Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, that's cool.
Is Watson like
I
rifling
didn't
through
know
his
you had
bag
one of
right now?
those.
Okay. How about I'm going to cast Energy Aegis. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Everyone gets resistance.
Matching towels.
I think. Oh no, it's just one person. Let's put it on Fox. And you get resistance 5 to acid, cold, electricity, fire, force, negative, positive, and sonic damage.
Dope.
So basically any non-physical.
Yep.
Dope.
How long is that?
That is for
The rest of his life?
a good amount of time.
Could be the rest of his
12
life.
seconds.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
It's for until the next time I make my daily preparations.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
But it
And
takes
when
a
you do
minute
your-
to cast, so I was like, "Yumo go find me out. Yumo go find me out." There for a while.
When you do your daily preparations, can you choose to like continue to have it on him?
Yeah, I mean, I
Essentially.
could just recast it.
Yeah, you have to
know,
re-prepare and
Recast
recast
it,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Resistance
So
5. Okay, and he'll just kick open the next door.
All right.
fucking
The door opens.
Hello.
I was about to say, do you say? And then, so all of a sudden you see this opening up. And sure enough, the dimensions of this room are identical to the room where you fought the Sack Hills with the table and the desk, to the room that eventually would connect to the Banshee room or the others. It's that same, like, what's that, 40 feet by like 80-foot room. You're at the southeast corner of it. In the center of the room, right at the end of the drag marks out of your room, you see a single sarcophagus in the center of the room. Across to the north, 4 metal doors. And along you on the southern wall, including the one you've stepped through, 4 more metal doors. Just like all the other sarcophagi rooms. On the west side of the room is a single door that you suspect probably leads back to the magical trap room. On the east side of the room, 2 double doors. Or a set of doors, a set of double doors. The sarcophagus in the center of the room is the space where you detected the enchantment magic.
Sense the unseen.
Casting invisibility on myself.
Okay, wait. Everyone stay. Yeah, just one more minute.
Charles
And,
pulls his sword out and runs
Yeah.
out.
Oh, fuck.
Just kidding.
I need one more minute.
Tax the sarcophagus.
He will cast Vital Beacon on himself.
Nice.
And so, again, until my next daily preparations.
Vital bacon?
Vital Bacon.
My favorite.
Once per round, either me or an ally can use an interact action to supplicate and lay hands upon me, and they would regain hit points.
Oh, shout out to Tam. That's like a signature Tam spell.
So each time it heals somebody, it decreases in strength. It will start out pretty decent, 4d10.
So I'm going to bow down to you.
If you would like to, that would be wonderful.
It's kind of nice though because you can take an action
I
to
can't
touch
take that
someone,
kind of
or
healing
they can
anyways.
take an action to interact with you to
Right.
take the healing as well.
Yep.
So that's a super cool spell. All right, so you take a minute, cast that spell.
So if anybody wants to, give me a low 5, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely not.
Give me a low 5.
Is it
I
because you're,
thought I
'cause
knew
you're a
what you meant,
dwarf?
but
Exactly.
All right, so you got double doors to the east, single door to the west, sarcophagus in the middle. What are you going to do?
I mean, we got to look at the sarcophagus, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We have to.
I'm gonna-
But I will say Val is probably kind of anxious to just find these worm prophets
That's
because
true.
yeah. Dro is
it feels like the
focused on
clock
that.
is ticking now. So she's going to say, let's get this done quickly and find those prophets.
All right.
I
agree.
This looks like a mirror of where we were before on the other side.
Yeah, basically.
Do
Except
we
there wasn't a
think the
sarcophagus in the middle of the room.
prophets would be where the other worm prophets was?
Yeah.
Probably.
Do we want to just do that
Yeah.
You're going to skip the sarcophagus?
for now?
No.
Okay.
What if the enchantment is something
No.
that helps us?
Don't let that. I don't want to be pinned in between two things.
Yeah.
I think we should address it. I can
I'm fine
attempt
either way.
to disjoin the sarcophagus. Perhaps there's some sort of magic I can keep from.
Just open it and say hello, Watson.
Okay.
We do that.
I want to
Check
try
it
and
for
disjoin
trap.
the magic item.
That can permanently dispel a magic item, right?
Yeah.
If it's a success, it's deactivated for a week. On a crit success, it's destroyed.
But what if it's something that's going to help us?
What if it's undead and that's like his?
It is just enchantment.
It's
There's
his
no
thing.
like evil tag.
Do we sense? Yeah. Did you sense anything
Not like
else about
necromancy
it?
or
Let me say this: necromancy has always popped up when we got healing spells, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not.
yeah. And what is fear? Fear's probably enchantment. There were something like that.
Is there anything we can do to further investigate the sarcophagus before we just bust it
You
open?
do an Arcana check or something.
You can walk
Yeah.
over and just look at it more.
What does
Okay,
it
I'm just
smell
going to
like?
look at it more.
Occult.
So how close do you get to
Oh,
look at
God.
it?
I knew that was going to be the next question.
5 feet away.
All right, so you get up adjacent to it
Mm-hmm.
and you look close at the sarcophagus. And it looks like it's been moved recently. Interestingly enough, while it looks like there's some, like it looks like the sarcophagus from your investigation, like there's been some movement to it, like almost like it's shuddered or trembled,
Sure, because of the zombie inside.
but it also doesn't look like it's been opened recently. Like,
Oh, somebody got buried alive in this sarcophagus.
Or
Yeah,
someone
totally.
was trying to get in and didn't manage to.
Let's just crack it open.
Okay.
so who opens it?
no. I'm
Watson.
flying
Yeah,
up above.
Watson.
Okay, so
I'm
you-
ceiling
I'll stand on
height
the
and
other
I'm
side.
invisible.
All right, so
Hello.
Watson and
Better,
Dro
but-
pop it open.
Attempt to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is going to be
Can you do
that
like a
scene in The
thievery?
Mummy where they're like trying to open up the thing and they get like burned.
Yeah.
Can you do like a thievery to see if there's traps or
Yeah.
traps?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
What's your thievery?
Okay.
You
This-
got to
this
tell
would be
me.
perception to find traps. So,
Okay.
Okay.
so you look through it. You don't find any traps.
Is that because
okay.
I failed?
Droshars, you can look as well.
Wait,
you
wait,
also
wait,
don't
wait,
find
wait.
any traps.
Okay.
Did I fail that check?
You don't get to know that.
Okay, well, I have a thing that allows me to re-roll with a +2 if I fail a trap check.
That's disarming a trap, not finding a trap.
Okay. That's what I want to be doing, though. If there's a trap, I want to disarm.
Yep, but you don't find any traps. You try to disarm. No traps, apparently.
Is it locked?
I'll open it.
No. So Droshars, you reach over and just,
Yeah, push it.
Hello.
and the sarcophagus is empty.
Great.
Mm.
Looking in it, though, Drosharis, you see odd disturbances in the little traces of dirt and dust. You see marks as though hundreds of hands in different positions were all placed against the inside of the sarcophagus, pressed in odd places and angles.
What?
Hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like little hands? Or
Person-sized
Normal-sized
hands, but
hands.
tons of them. They're all different shapes. They're all slightly different sized
So-
prints.
many people have been put in here?
Or you want to look closer at it and investigate it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't.
Watson, come over here.
Don't make me.
This looks familiar to something you've
I'll
seen
hold you up.
before.
Okay.
Do you remember the sack hill you fought a handful of sessions ago that made Drosharis feel like he was being buried alive?
Yeah.
Remember how it was just a compressed mass of body parts and hands?
Yeah.
It looks like, until very recently, one, if not more, had crammed itself inside of this sarcophagus.
Gross.
I wish I hadn't have blown up that bomb.
But they don't seem to be here now.
Oh my god, they went back with Regent.
Mm,
Great.
Gross.
But you do find something else inside of the sarcophagus.
I'm so scared that we're gonna get ambushed by
You said
like
it was
1,000 Zakhils.
It was empty of people.
It's a portal.
It's the Lion, the Witch, and the sarcophagus. You find, as you're looking through here, trying to understand what you see, Val, you find a ragged strip of black linen.
Okay. Watson, what's this creepy piece of fabric?
It's a strip of black linen.
Can I do an occult check to see if there has any
Fuck
kind of...
yes, you can. You know what? Just make this as an open check.
All right. Well, oh yeah, because...
Yeah, but you know what? I'm still going to do this because it's fun.
37.
Ooh, okay. So, this is magical.
It's magical.
Maybe 17th level?
Maybe, Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
What makes you say that?
Maybe. This is something called a dread blindfold.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm scared already.
When tied over your eyes, this ragged strip of black linen gives you a +3 item bonus to intimidation checks. It also gives you dark vision.
Oh.
You can see through the blindfold, but only using dark vision.
Oh, interesting.
Cool.
The first time a particular creature sees you in a day, it must succeed a DC 37 will save or become frightened 1.
Ooh.
This is an emotion, fear, and mental effect, and your allies become immune to it after about a week.
We're like, oh, that's just a thing Drosharis does.
If anybody wants to put this on, I can look at them and I can.
Joe Sharis has already put it on.
Oh,
Tying it
okay.
on
Now
his
you're
head.
like,
You just
Let me make a will save real quick.
well, the nice thing is it's frightened 1, so in a non-combat situation, after 6 seconds, you're like, oh God, it's just Drosharis.
puts it on. He's like, what do you guys think? Oh, Jesus.
But wait, to bring it all the way back to the beginning of the episode, there's more.
Nice.
Oh, no.
As a
Post credits.
As a free action, once per minute, when you damage a creature with a strike, you can command this. So basically, once a minute, when you hit someone, you can, as a free action, command the item. Your target is then gripped by an...
Sneezing.
Oh
Uncontrolled
my goodness! Gripped by sneezes. It's all the dust in the mask. Your target is gripped by intense fear. This has an effect of a DC 37 phantasmal killer spell.
What?
But it is an enchantment instead of an illusion. And the creature is then temporarily immune for 24 hours.
That's cool.
So you almost destroyed this item, Trent.
Yeah. I kind of, not gonna lie, I thought there was a mummy in here.
I definitely thought there was a mummy in
There
there.
clearly was some things
Yeah.
in here
Yeah.
Things.
20 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago.
I love the idea of this black shroud that's over Drosharis' eyes now.
So now you
yeah.
permanently see
Yeah.
in black and white.
Yeah.
Hey, anyone want to know what the fuck Phantasmal Killer does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
The listeners sure do.
So, Phantasmal
Me
Killer,
too.
and it's worth noting here that Phantasmal Killer is actually a level 4 spell. It's not super high. Oh, yeah, you know what?
There's a rule for that.
Phantasmal Killer is not the highest level spell. It's level 4. So the damage on this is fine. It's not amazing. The big thing here is that the DC is higher. So the spell isn't as a whole heightened, but the DC is higher. So what happens is, and this is against the creature that you strike, so I'm not going to go into the targeting and range things on it, but you create a phantasmal image of the most fearsome creature imaginable to the target. Only the target of the spell can see it, although you can see a vague shape of it as it races to scare the creature. They make a will save. If they critically succeed, they're unaffected. If they succeed, they'll take 4d6 mental damage and become frightened 1. If they fail, they'll take 8d6 mental damage and become frightened 2. And if they critically fail, they then must make a fortitude save. And if the fortitude save, if they succeed, they'll take 12d6 mental damage and flee until the end of its next turn and is frightened 4. Yeah. If it fails the fortitude save after critically failing the will save, it just instantly dies
Whoa.
of fear.
Whoa.
Wow.
And it's DC 37 on all of those.
Wow.
So
Hell yeah.
you have something
All right,
called
Drew.
the Dread blindfold.
The dread blindfold.
Too bad everything in here is immune to fear effects.
Yeah.
Except for, your
Except for
ally.
all of you that
Yeah.
you just put on it. I just love the idea that at the beginning of the day, every day for a week, she's like, oh, fuck. God, every damn time, Drosharis.
What? I don't.
You made me pee a little.
No, Watson,
I
that's...
think that's just because you're old.
Well, no, it gets harder to pee.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
So
I
you
need
have
to talk to my own doctor.
you have double doors to the east, single door to the west. What you going to do?
Which way would be if we were mirrored?
The west, you suspect, goes back to the magic trap room.
So
Okay.
to the east
So
would
east.
probably be
Something else?
Prophet Town.
I would like to go
This way
toward...
from Wormworld to
toward-
Prophet Town.
Yes, I would like to go to
Oh,
those doors and detect some magic.
Okay, you detect magic, and you're going to pick up a...
I like Prophetville better, I think.
Prophet field.
Yeah, you detect a, like, I think it's like 10th or 11th level evocation.
Well, he just opens the door.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Watson makes me think of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Get help.
Get help.
I think that's what Jason said the
Yeah.
first time
Oh,
we
did
did
you?
it. He was like,
God,
this
go.
is like
Yeah.
our version of
Get
Get
help.
Help.
The
Hello.
doors open. You open one or both doors.
Both of them.
I like to imagine you do the Aragorn, the two
Yeah.
towers, like
That's always so
dramatic
cool.
door open, and then just go.
Hello.
The doors
I'm
open,
still invisible.
and you see a large altar in the
Yeah.
middle of a room. A small blue fire burning in a bowl atop it. The far side of the room contains living quarters, a large bed, a makeshift kitchen, a pair of desks. But it's the two figures dressed in gray gardener masks whose heads snap over at you.
Hi.
I hope you're going to say off. Like, well, that's
like,
it.
well, we got him.
As they look at you, their hands begin forming patterns, and voices begin coming together in spells. And if you want to find out what they cast, you're going to have to tune in next week.
Oh,
Ah.
Turn into
I quit.
worms.
Bye, Watson.
Not coming back.
Oh, no. The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.